It's it's a beautiful day today. The sun is about to come out. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah, I guess with spring having sprung, we should be celebrating. We should be going out there and letting our head down and being our chubby self and chippy and chatty and doing all sorts of fun things. But our country is now grabbed by a spate of violence, a spate of murders, senseless killing of men, women, children. And yes, at the forefront of all of this, we really need to look at the children and look at the women and say, us as men, what role are we playing in all of this? It is pointless to beat about the bush and say that everybody, is involved. Yes, we need to own up to the bigger share of the challenges that are facing this country today. I think as a son, as an uncle, as a brother, as a father, there's a lot we need to do. There's a lot we can do, and there's a lot we ought to be doing. Not just in advocacy, but a lot in actions, a lot in being part of the community, a lot in being part of the families, and making sure that we really rid our country of all these senseless killings and violence. It is, the very person who came up with the notion that we should have countries separated and divided along cultures, along races, along, all the other mineral interests for that matter. I mean, the very colonialism that came with all of that in Africa, has had its own influence in this. But then more importantly, when the colonization ended, well, it ended on paper, but it didn't end in the minds. It didn't end in how we act. So we need to decolonize our minds. We need to decolonize our minds of brothers as fathers, and I'm particularly more interested in men fathering children and ensuring that once they father the children, they nurture them in the way that would actually set them up for success. I'm speaking on behalf of all the children. We as children need fathers. That's what my son said. We need fathers in our lives. So, on that note, I'm saying, in response to what my son said, I want to put the challenge to the men to say, can you please help me nurture these children? Those children that you see every day, those children that live in your house, those children that are of your sisters, of your big brothers, or those parents that you see falling short of being great parents, help them. It's not for you to judge them. It's for you to play a role. Perhaps you are there as a lesson to them. Perhaps you are there to coach them. Do what you need to do. Our children need fathers. The world needs fathers. The only way that this is going to end is when we as men stand up. Not stand up to go march, no. Not stand up to go and post on social media, no. Stand up, fold our sleeves, and get working on fixing the country. You want me on board? Give me a sensible proposal. Give me send me an inbox, send me a WhatsApp, send me a DM and say to me, Daddy Mish, I want to answer the call. And then we can take it from it. You don't have to have answers. You must just be willing to fold your arms. Well, rather unfold your arms, fold your sleeves, and get working. So yes, if you really think you are up to it, if you really think you've got something to bring to the table, which I believe you do, by virtue of you being born in this country, by virtue of you being born as a man, you have a responsibility. Nakanjani bafowethu?